Ellavarkkum Namaskaram and a warm wishes to everyone. To mark the occasion of National Organ Donation Day, observed on August 3rd, it's my privilege to interview one of the senior most transplant anesthesiologist and intensivist, Dr. Mohan A. Mathew, who presently serves as the chairman of advisory board of Welcare Hospital, Vyttila. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you for the nice words of introduction. I am truly honored.
That's so kind of you, sir. Sir, what is your opinion on organ donation?
I see organ donation as one of the most profound acts of human generosity. It's not just a medical intervention. It's actually a legacy of compassion. A single donor can save multiple lives. They can restore your eyesight and at the same time give you a better quality of life. What makes organ donation most powerful is its dual impact. For recipients, it's often that they find that they have reached the crossroads of their life. They cannot carry on any further. And the lease of an organ to these people give them a life where they can enjoy the beauty of God's creation. When it comes to the family of a donor, you will find that it transforms grief into meaning, knowing their loved one's legacy continues forever in the donor.
Okay.
Together we can turn waiting lists into living stories of hope. And on this auspicious organ donation day, it is my sincere wish that we all donate lives and thereby celebrate humanity.
Sir, what are the different types of organ donation?
See, we can classify organ donations into four. The first and the foremost that everybody knows is living organ donation. Living organ donation has got certain restrictions. The number of organs you get out of a living organ donation are much less than you get from organ donations where there is a cadaver donation.
Okay.
In the living organ donation, normally what you get is one kidney because the patient can survive with the other kidney.
The other one, oh yeah.
As far as the liver is concerned, the liver continues to grow after donation, both in the donor as well as the recipient. Partial organs like intestine, pancreas, and lungs can also be taken for living donation.
Really?
But these are much less compared to the earlier ones.
Okay.
The next set is those whom we declare brain death. This is a laborious process. In 1994, when the Transplantation of Human Organs Act came into being in Delhi, they did lay down certain stringent requisitions required at that time for organ retrieval.
Yeah.
And many of the states have been following the 1994 Act. But in 2019, the first state in Kerala to come out with a detailed plan for organ retrieval from brain death donors had a few changes compared to the earlier ones done in 1994.
Wow. Okay.
The later ones went in also for empaneled doctors to be in the group of the hospital where the patient's organ was being taken. And they also had to do 2 apnea tests, which is a sign of brain death.
Okay.
These 2 apnea tests had to be done 6 hours apart. And then only with the consent of the parents or the deceased or the power person in a family could you start taking organs. The good thing about brain death is that at one particular time they can donate to 8 of their organs, which is saving multiple lives. Then we come to another organ donation which is called paired organ donation or swap organ donation. Here what happens is there are 2 organ donors and recipients. So if the first donor's organ does not work in their recipient, they give it to another group. And the other group in turn swaps it with the first group.
Got it. Okay.
In a nutshell, to say that a group A donor gives it to a group B recipient, and a group B recipient gives it to a group A donor. Swaps have been conducted to increase availability of organs in our state of Kerala. The last but not the least is direct and indirect transplant. Direct transplant is also a living transplant, but there the person who gives the organ very clearly says to whom this organ has to be given. He usually does it for his loved ones or for his relatives or very close friends. And then comes the other donor, which is indirect donor. He is who is called an altruistic donor. He gives the organ, but in no way does he say to whom it has to be given. And this organ is usually supplied to whoever needs it by the Kerala State Organ Sharing Network.
So is there any age specification or like who all can be organ donors?
Actually, as time goes by, there were certain specifications initially laid down by the Government of India. But as of now, I would like to bring out a very beautiful story. It is a story of a 10-month-old child who gave 4 organs, and this happened 5 months back in Kerala. To whom did this child give these organs? This will always be a question mark in the minds of my listeners. 2 kidneys were given to 2 children who were less than 1 year old. And the liver was given to a 10-year-old boy. And tissues were also given. So, Eileen Sarah must be the youngest donor in the world, and Kerala should be proud of it. Now let me tell you the other end of the spectrum. That is somebody who is 82 years old. The normal rule is that you do not take organs after the age of 60. And as far as younger people are concerned, an adolescent should not cross the age of 18. So this man at 82 gave his liver to his son. And are there any strict laws? When it comes to minors donating organs, they have to go through a medical committee and also a group of their relatives who are ready to concede to their demand. So quite a few organ donations are happening, but I should say that for Kerala, 2015 was a lucky year. We got up to about 93 cadaver donations, 73 cadaver donations, excuse me. But in the year 2014, 19, 20, 21, it was hardly single digit. So the donations have been dropping drastically. But on one side, the demand is increasing, the supply is less. How much demand is there in Kerala? As of today, we require 3,000 living kidney donors to support the 3,000 patients who are waiting for it. So it's a huge number.
Yes.
And how much can we complete in a year? The maximum number that we can complete by way of all donations is hardly 500. So we are at a deficit of 2,500 organs every year.
So just now you spoke about the demand and supply, and we have several programs associated with this organ donations and everything. So, so do you think, or how can you advise us on this?
See, since we have talked so much about supply and demand, we have come to realize that there is some sort of a stigma, enigma, or a big doubt. That's why organ donation is not prospering in our country. I would like to bring the country of Spain into this debate. In Spain, there is something called opt-in, opt-out.
Okay.
As soon as you are born, the government straightly opts you in for organ donation. Unless and until over the years that you are growing up, they decide to opt out. So Spain has got the maximum number of organ donors in the world. The same replica is being applied to Germany and France also. They are also not far behind. And if you take the world, India is the third largest in fulfilling organ donation. The remaining two are the USA and China. The other way of doing it is, when I look at Kerala, every year in Kerala you have 50,000 road accidents. I feel that out of this 50,000 road accidents, we are losing between 3,500 to 4,000 by ways of brain death. So if the government of Kerala can initiate a program where all these 3,500 to 4,000 brain deaths can be converted into organ donors, I think this will satisfy the needs of Kerala. Another way of doing it is by spreading awareness through the society. And why I say so is because looking back over the years, I can vouch for you that if you donate a kidney, you will live happily for 30 to 40 years. If you give your liver, till now, I have monitored up to 25 years. And on this wonderful day, I should bring out to all of you my involvement in organ transplant. My first organ transplant as a junior anesthesiologist at CMC Vellore was in 1971. That was the first transplant done in India. It was India's first living related transplant. We have not done any transplant in India before that. I must also be very happy to tell you that between 66 and 69, 4 transplants were attempted in Mumbai and Varanasi. They were failures. And in a small way, I was a part of the first live related kidney transplant in our country. And then fast forward to 2005.
Okay.
In 2005, I had become a very senior anesthetist and a lead transplant anesthetist. And I was the lead transplant anesthetist for the first liver transplant, living donor liver transplant in the state of Kerala. And it was a 5-year-old child called Srijit. I still remember Srijit. And his mother was Maya. Being the first living related liver transplant in Kerala, I was totally built up a tremendous friendship both with Srijit and Maya. It still continues. Srijit is going on without problems. Maya is still living a good life. So then later in life, I had to help out 3 leading people in Kerala. In 2009, one father approached me. They don't come to me directly, they come through the nephrologist, the urologist, and finally to the anesthetist. And it is the anesthetist who has a lot to discuss with them. Because we holistically look from the brain right down to the foot. The nephrologist looks, he's got a tunnel vision. He sees only the kidney. And the surgeon will definitely see the anatomy of the organ. But for us it is a holistic approach. And 2009 I had Father Chiramel, who cut all social and political barriers of transplant in Kerala and made a very large organization. I'm happy to say that 3 years after his transplant, he comes to my office one day and says, I have jumped off from a height of nearly 2,500 meters. I just wanted to show the whole world that jumping off from that height, I am still fit. He had a parachute with him. I'm still fit. The biggest philanthropist and industrialist in Kerala is one Mr. Chittilapalli of V-Guard. Chittilapalli comes to me in 2011 saying that he would like to donate. Doctor, please seize me as an anesthesiologist and give me the green signal. Chittilapalli is still leading a very happy life, and his kidney, with his single kidney, all his blood workup is absolutely normal. So you don't have to worry giving your organs. And then the feather in my cap is that I'm the only anesthesiologist in the whole world, in the universe, to remove a kidney from a bishop and give it to somebody in his parish. I don't mind telling you the name of the bishop. He was the Bishop of Pala, and his name was John Murican. So, organ donation is a noble deed. Do it when you are young. And why I brought in road traffic accidents into this is because the youngest people who get into road traffic accidents have excellent organs which are wasted. They could give life to those who have to survive for many, many years to come. And my message to the entire state of Kerala is donate your organ and save a life.
So I'm sure that you have got several decades of experience being a transplant anesthesiologist. And where do you see Welcare in this field of organ transplant in the coming future?
Thank you, Krina. A very difficult question for me to answer at this stage. But I think it needs an answer. I would want to tell you that Welcare's future among its development was the Department of Transplantation. So immediately following in ABH, the next area that we concentrated on was to get a transplant license for liver and kidney. I am so happy to say that within a difference of about 2 weeks, following the inspection of the committee, government committee for transplantation at Welcare, we were given the transplant license for both liver and kidney.
Okay.
This is something unusual which has not happened in Kerala. The license was obtained in February, and since then we have set out on our goal to see that Welcare takes off in transplant within a period of next 6 months. We pray to God Almighty to help us in our endeavor to go forward.
Of course, of course.
I must at this time think of how a transplant program in Kerala started first. This was with Dr. Philip Augustine in the year 1999. It was his wish that he should be the one doing the first transplant in Kerala. But he did not have the team, he did not have the infrastructure, and people experienced in transplant were not with him. But his dream of 1999 was fulfilled in 2005. And I was a part of that dream team. So, am I thinking in reality, or just is it a dream within me that I could do it in 6 months, when a person of the caliber of Philip Augustine took 6 years? So thank you one and all.
Anyways, all the very best for all your future endeavors, sir.